Hey everybody, it's me, Ginetta M, again, and tonight we're going to do a radio show. The last 2 nights you have been... Hey everyone, Ginetta M here. Thank you for joining us. Spread the word.
If you serve honorably in our nation's
almost ready to kick off my radio show. Ginetta's Vendetta presents. So tell everybody. Hope you guys are going to join us and make any requests that you would like via your texting, okay? And I'll show you where to get the CDs that you will be listening to. Thank you so very much. I'm going to turn this down for a second, y'all. Hey, we're getting ready. Okay, headphones. We got plenty of time. Oh my God, this is loud.
Hi, I'm Janice.
Very loud. I'm going to turn this down. No, the summer. Hey, Momo, thanks for joining us. Momo, we're going to have a little radio show here. Ginetta's Vendetta presents all things Ginetta. So that's me, and we hope that you will share this broadcast with all your followers. Hey, bonjour du Paris, ça va? Je m'appelle Ginetta. Oh, c'est bon, c'est cool. Je voudrais retourner à Paris. Ouais, c'est bon. Ok, so écoutez, parce que j'ai enchanté aussi, mon cher. Ok, ou ma chérie. Enchanté. Ok, parce que j'ai 4 disques. Je voudrais jouer tous les musiques, toute la musique de moi. Okay? Hey, Tap Scott, thank you for joining us. Ginetta's Vendetta, presents. We're going to kick it off in about 1.5 minutes. Hey, thank you for joining us. Hey, hi, Houston, Oil Town, Texas. We love you, everybody. We're going to play a song for Paris. Don't you worry about it. Yeah. Thank you so very much for joining us. And I'm going to... Oh, God, this guy. Yeah. Almost ready to go, y'all, so stick around. And then I'm going to sit it here so you can see. Also has a private banquet room for social events with a party. Yeah, testing. Hey, bit. Ginetta's Vendetta here. Ginetta's Vendetta presents, and we're going to kick off this radio show. Hey, there you go. These are a couple of the CDs. That's right. Here's another one. Yeah.
So this is the first track right here? This is 7, right?
I don't know. You must articulate again. What is the question?
Is this the first CD? This is track 7, right?
I don't know. The first CD is Land on My Feet.
Yeah, no.
Second song 2. Song 2, track number 7.
Yeah,
Merci. Vous pouvez acheter dans cdbaby.com. Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. Yeah, baby. We are Ginetta's Vendetta. Ginetta's Vendetta presents here in New York City. What? Yeah.
Known as a celebrity hangout, the Metropolitan Room is a high-end cabaret and
celebrity hangout. Yeah. Here we go, y'all. Stay tuned, everyone. Nice.
You're listening to the City World Radio Network.
Yeah.
High-definition digital radio broadcasting from the city to the world. www.cityworldradio.com.
I'll tell you, I'll point you in 40 seconds.
40, thank you. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, you listen to this record. Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to Ginetta's Vendetta presents tonight here live from New York City. Because of the super tune I use as my opening song, I'd like for you guys to hear the whole tune in its entirety. Once again, welcome to Ginetta's Vendetta presents, and let's get on with the smoking tune, Land on My Feet. Illusions and broken dreams. The future ain't always as bright as it seems. Stars are shining as the years go by. Gets a little rusty from all the tears you cry. Yeah. Had a lot of struggles, stress and strife. Hey, I'm gonna show you where you can get this CD. Got to keep moving up one more hill. Been knocked down plenty, boy, but I'm way too hard to kill. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know I'm always land on my feet, but some days I'd love to stop falling. Oh, I know I'll always land on my feet, but some days I'd love to stop falling. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got to pick myself up. Yeah. Hey, everybody. You're listening to Ginetta's Vendetta presents. Thank you. Merci, merci, ma chérie. Si vous pouvez acheter quelque chose, quoi? cdbaby.com, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Live from New York City. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Oh, I know I'll always land on my feet, but some days I'd love to stop falling. Oh, I know I'll always land on my feet. I love it. Hey guys, you're listening to Land on My Feet. Yeah. That's me playing trumpet. Woo! I love this too. Land on my feet. Oh yeah. Land on my feet. If y'all have any questions, just let me know who you're listening to. That's me. Ginetta's Vendetta. Yeah. Yeah. Ouais, je peux... Ouais. Maintenant, non. Pas maintenant. Moi, je peux chanter en français. Quand je vais aller au Paris, je peux... Yeah. Yeah, nice. That's better. Yeah. Hey y'all, you're listening to Land on My Feet by Ginetta's Vendetta. Yeah, I'm gonna show you where to get this CD, y'all. Land on my feet. Yeah. Land on my feet. You can't keep it down. Land on my feet. I just get right back up. Land on my feet. Yeah. Love that show. Land on my feet. Yeah, yeah. Land on my feet. Gotta get up, gotta get up, gotta get up. Yeah. Gotta get up, gotta get up. Woo! Yeah, land on my feet. Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Night Live, Ginetta's Vendetta. presents. Hi, everybody. It's another Monday night come and go on a beautiful full moon on the 22nd of February 2022. Thank you for joining us. My name is Ginetta M., pocket trumpeter, vocalist, composer, band leader, and now radio show hostess of this particular show. And I'm really having a ball doing it because I find that all the time I'm telling these stories and playing some of my older songs, I'm getting excited about writing my new CD because the previous two CDs have been what we call cover or doing standards, which are songs that I haven't written. But listening to all my older tunes is really a gas because I find that the creative experience is starting to kind of flow, sort of like the sap rising in the spring. So I'm looking forward to writing my 5th CD, and it's going to be an original. And it's going to be smoking, y'all. So just stand by. Always go to GinettaVendetta.com for any updates. But anyway, just want to say hi to everyone and also do a shout out since it is the 3rd week in February and I have yet to mention that this is Black History Month, for crying out loud. I've gone through 2 whole shows without even mentioning that. Black History Month, and something that is almost imperative to kind of shout out to being a jazz musician. And the first guy I would always love to give props to is Louis Armstrong, who most everybody, from historians to musicians to just plain folk, always call him the father of jazz, and rightly so, because Louis Armstrong was not just a musician. And I got to tell you, I can't believe I don't have one of his tunes here to play when I'm paying homage to him. But I'm going to do the best I can and tell you why he's such an important part of history and society in general, and why he is one of my idols, because he was not only an amazing musician, but really at the forefront of creating inroads in America's separatist mentality, and also an ambassador of goodwill around the world. And through him, his teachings, his music, and his history, learning about him as a kid and also as a growing up, I realized that he used his horn and his music as a ticket to peace, which is where I've gotten that beautiful saying, peace through music. Yeah, baby. So Louis Armstrong, we want to give a shout out to him, especially being Black History Month. Yeah. So very happy to hear that, y'all. Again, I got a little discombobulated because I'm hearing things in the background, and want to tell you that last night a fan asked me to play a song about New York, and I thought, you know, I love Louis Armstrong's tune, It's a Wonderful World. It's a Wonderful World. Sorry about that, guys. I'm mixing it up with that Christmas show, It's a Wonderful Life, which I watch every year with Jimmy Stewart, I think. But anyway, the guy, a wonderful fan last night on a gig, said, Ginetta, could you please play a tune that you feel sort of encompasses New York? And I said, let me do It's a Wonderful World. And so that's such a beautiful tune. And again, I do not have that. I know C is probably scrambling around to find it, but we're not going to play it, even though it is one of my favorite songs. And I want to tell you that it's just a beautiful thing, and it really gets everybody in the venue feeling really, really positive. And again, that's what I was talking about, Louis Armstrong being an ambassador and such an example for me, and where I got the peace through music vibe to be an ambassador. And I always say, with my horn as my passport, there's nowhere I can't go. And that's something I sort of learned from Louis Armstrong and his wonderful happiness. And again, giving out props for Black History Month, I also want to call on the amazing women of music, starting with Bessie Smith, moving towards Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday, and Josephine Baker, and Etta James, Aretha Franklin, and all the women before and since who have also paved roads these amazing females who were such a massive inspiration to me musically as in my development, singing and various other ways, just by being really sort of impervious to any sort of the slings and arrows, as you could say, man. These women were impervious to all of that nonsense and just motored ahead and soared ahead. And those are my idols, really, musically and as with female empowerment, such as it is. And on that note, I want to play one of these beautiful songs from one of these classic women that I do have. I am planning to record It's a Wonderful World. So that's going to come up very soon, my own version of it. But for now, I want to play a classic Etta James tune, who was just a phenomenal vocalist. And this one is called You Don't Know. Oh, hold on. We got a caller, y'all. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hi, I'd like to speak to Ginetta.
Oh, hi. This is Ginetta, hostess extraordinaire.
Ginetta's Vendetta.
And this, oh my God, is this Tucky?
Yes, it's one of your biggest fans, Kentucky.
I can't believe it. Kentucky, let me just introduce you to all our listeners. Kentucky Parkus is a female bass player and a monster player. She is the only female to have ever played in Ginetta's Vendetta. And Miss Thing makes her living. Yeehaw, Kentucky. Thank you so much for calling. What's up?
Oh, girl, I was just so excited to hear your program and your beautiful tune. I wanted to comment on those horn runs in that opening song.
Yes.
They were amazing. It reminded me of Wynton Marsalis's Flight of the Bumblebee. Girl, you must have that tongue in hot action.
Now, if that was the guy saying that, I'd have to click disconnect.
No, I mean that.
I know, it's a triple tonguing. That's
triple tongue, man.
That's right. Let me tell you something, Kentucky. That's exactly what I do. Not a lot of guys can do that. I'm so glad. Thank you so very much for noticing that. Because triple tonguing, there was only another guy in the entire history of trumpet playing. His name was Rafael Mendez. He was one of the greatest Mexican trumpet players, and he would triple tongue like amazingly. Nobody nowadays. Yeah, so thank you so much for noticing that, man. That's so nice to hear from you, Kentucky.
I wonder if Wynton can do that, because it sounded I think you could probably play Flight of the Bumblebee as fast as he did, because that's the speed he was doing it at. I was like, wow, this chick is amazing.
Dude, that's so cool. Thank you so much, Kentucky. I'm so glad you're listening. Again, callers, this is a really wonderful female bass player and the only woman who actually shattered the male-only bastion of Ginetta's Vendetta. Remember, Kentucky? Yes, you did. She did a gig for us. She did a gig for us at the Trump Soho downtown in Manhattan at one of the hottest clubs. Miss Thing nailed it. So we love you, Kentucky. So happy to hear from you, man.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you another thing besides, you have so many interesting topics that I'd love to touch on, but your comment about, being the ladies of music, that how they inspired you because they were like Teflon, they just took a lick and they keep on ticking.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I was wondering if you were aware of the blues, the jazz festival that Kim Clark is putting on, the famous bassist Kim Clark, called the Lady Got Chops Festival.
Yes, I am aware of that, and I'm wondering why I wasn't invited to that. I just on Facebook made an invite, and I was like, yoo-hoo! So hopefully things will manifest. And Kim is a phenomenal bass player, another phenomenal female musician who plays the acoustic bass. For all you listeners out there, we're talking about women that we work with and who are our peers here in New York and around the world. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing about that, Kentucky, and learning more about it, and perhaps even just going to it if I'm not playing in it this year, which would really be a gas.
Well, I'd like to talk to you off air about an opportunity for next week.
Super.
It's a 5C Cafe on Avenue C and 5th, which is owned by the fabulous Trudy Silver, another fantastic female musician, jazz musician. She's in the avant-garde scene.
Oh my goodness.
So I believe you came there for my birthday party, or it
Yes,
was...
I did. We had a ball. It was a
You
huge...
did.
Oh, it was a jam-packed...
Just there.
Oh, man, that was a hoedown, man. Kentucky had a
What?
shindig, man. Oh, yeah, that was a hoot nanny.
And you were on that microphone with that really tall saxophone player, and the two of you looked so adorable together.
Corel, a monster tenor player. Now, for all you listeners out there, we're chewing the fat and getting into music, gossip. You know what I'm saying? Corel is a monster player and a good friend of Kentucky's, whom you're listening to right now. And so we look forward to getting back to C5. What's the name of that club? C5?
The 5C.
The 5C. I know exactly where it is. Absolutely. Trudy. And so, more power to her.
Trudy Silver and the grand piano in there. It's a beautiful listening room. You should definitely do another concert in there sometime.
Kentucky, thanks a million for the heads up, because you know I will follow that lead to the ends of the earth.
Well, lady, I think we're going to have to stop in there, and I think there's an opportunity for us, and I'm looking forward to seeing if you're not working, you're so busy and hard to get a hold of because you're always gigging or recording
or traveling. That's correct.
Fabulous around the world. I'm so happy for you. Amazing.
Kentucky, thanks a million. I will actually give you a jingle later on in the week, and I'm
thank you.
Thank you so much for listening, man. You rock, sister.
How many more shows are you doing? Is this your final?
I don't think so. I think we might actually sign on, I know, for March again. So I might have to start bringing all my friends on this show, because how much can I be talking about myself? You know what I mean? I'm going to have to start bringing folks on. So we think...
I have plenty of questions for you that we can talk about. And I really look forward to it. And the Ladies Got Chops Festival has got to pick up Ginettas Vendetta.
Right on. And let me give a plug to the Ladies Got Chops Festival. All you listeners out there, Google it, and then please support live music here in New York City. Ladies Got Chops Festival coming. Yeah, thanks, Kentucky. Love you, baby girl. Thank you so very much.
Good night.
Okay. Nighty night, mama. Bye. So sweet. What a wonderful girl and a wonderful bass player. And as I said before, the only female who ever played with Ginettas Vendetta. Great, great player and a great girl. So happy that she called. Thank you, Kentucky. And thank you for listening. And I like how she said, the women who came before us who were Teflon, we call them bulletproof. And guess what? There's my new CD. Bulletproof Diva. Don't steal that, y'all. I'm absolutely copywriting that now. Ginettas Vendetta. That's the latest CD. Bulletproof Diva. You heard it here first on cityworldradio.com. Don't steal it, y'all, because they don't call me Ginettas Vendetta for nothing. I might be tiny and cute, but... Anyway, gang, I'm all excited because the phone rang, and that was my girl, Kentucky. And I was talking about these monster musicians and females who came before me, and I was going to pay homage to one of them, Etta James, who, by the way, is a stone cold singer. This is a tune entitled You Don't Know What Love Is by yours truly. I'm singing, y'all. Listen up. Yeah. Thank you. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, Danny. Listen to that. That's Danny Walsh on tenor saxophone.
You don't know what love is until you learn the meaning of the blues. Until you lost in love, you cannot lose. Oh, you don't know what love is.
Yeah.
You don't know how lips hurt like
for joining us.
Kissed and had
You're listening to me,
pick up
and this is the record.
until you flipped your heart and you have lost. Oh, you don't know what love is. Do you know how a lost heart feels? The pain of reminiscing and lips that taste of tears. They lose their urge for kissing. You don't know what love is until you're gonna leave. Face each always sleepless
I'm going to show you where you can get this record. Now you're listening to John Davis on piano. Yeah, John. Yeah, John.
Do you know how a lost heart feels? Lips that taste of tears, they lose their taste for kissing. You don't know how hearts burn for love that cannot live, yeah, never die, till you face each dawn with sleepless eyes. Oh, I don't know what love is. You don't know, baby, till you stay up all night long.
Listen to me.
Walking the floor, wondering why you're all alone. Till you face the dawn with sleepless eyes.
everybody. A beautiful tune entitled You Don't Know What Love Is. And that is me on our latest release called Little Big Horn, y'all. And that CD is available at cdbaby.com/Ginetta's Little Big Horn. And we want to thank you so very much for listening. If you've just joined us, everybody, you're listening to Ginettas Vendetta presents on cityworldradio.com. We love you and thank you for joining us. We want to thank all our callers. This is a call-in show, and it is 212-631-7553. 212-631-7553. Thank you so very much for joining us. Ginettas Vendetta presents. Now we're going to get on, continue to play various stuff from my whole discography, which now includes 4 entire CDs. And as I was saying earlier, that I really hope to be working on my 5th CD, and it's going to hopefully be all original ones. And again, I was talking about all those females who came before us, Josephine Baker, Etta James, and that tune you just heard was actually one of Etta James's classic signature tunes, besides, of course, what's the great tune they sang at the inaugural? At Last. Oh, yeah, At Last. I don't do that one because it's too happy for me. So anyway, I'm going to talk about my fan who asked me to play a New York song last night. I want to say hi to Doss. Thank you for requesting that last night. And also, I wanted to tell folks this is a live show from New York City. And for me, this is sort of the center of the world. So I really hope that you guys feel that way too. I want to also say hello to Paris. Bonjour Paris, or bonsoir Paris, and also bienvenue à tout le monde who's listening around the world. I want to tell you about New York City, and I find that tune that I said was my New York City tune. It's a Wonderful World, the signature tune of Louis Armstrong, and he asked why did I think that was my New York City tune, and I said, sort of in my mind, I thought, it embraces everyone, and that's what New York City is to me. And New York City is an amazing cooperative of every single different culture, different language, different color, style, custom, dialect, food, and we're all jammed here together on what seems like one train or one restaurant or one street. Depending on, where you are. But it's a veritable river of people flowing in harmony together. And that's really what I love about New York City. Just a wonderful, amazing sort of melting pot. People say that about New York, and I truly feel that about New York City. And that's why I just am so very happy to be broadcasting directly from the center of New York City here. Ginettas Vendetta presents. I know that we have another classic tune for you in keeping sort of with Black History Month and paying homage to the divas of Black history. So I chose one of my tunes, another one of my original tunes, which is a blues number in honor of, all the blues singers, Bessie Smith and all the women who came after her. This is a classic tune entitled Step Off, a blues tune that I wrote for guys who are cheap, but a blues, yeah, nice, yeah. Nice.
So I just did Jeff Clark.
Yeah, what about her? What'd you say? Yeah, of course, man.
So she was playing with you.
Of course, man. That's when I knew her, too. I've known her for a long time, man. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us. You are listening to Step Off. Yeah, and I'm going to show you the CD. From this CD, yeah, baby, blues. Can't for joining us.
So step on, listen up. Need a man to treat me just like a queen. Don't care if he's the ugliest man I've ever seen. Shower me with diamonds, shower me with love. Treat me like an angel from above. But if you cheat, boy, I don't need a step on. Come on now, let's go to
You listen to James T. Tilson on guitar, y'all. Let me show you the band. Woo! It's T playing guitar. Yeah. Yeah, you're listening to my CD, Land on My Feet. This is called Step Off, y'all. Come on, say, yeah. Baby. That's where you can get my CDs, y'all. You're listening to the radio show. Woo!
Treat me just like a queen. Don't care if he's the ugliest man I've ever seen. Shower me with diamonds, shower me with love. Treat me like his angel from above. But if you cheat, oh, I don't need you.
Yeah, go on, boy, get. I love that tune. That is a great tune. Let me tell you the musicians on there. Again, that is the road band of Ginettas Vendetta. Mr. James T. Tilson cranking out that guitar solo. Mr. Dave Double D. Dawson on drums. Scotty Scott Thornton on bass, also known as White Chocolate. So whenever we traveled, we would put Scott, you know, because I'm a little abrasive. I'm not sure if you got that yet, but on the road, I'm also kind of grumpy. I'm the band leader. But when we needed diplomacy, we would always send Scotty Scott Thornton because he's so sweet and calm. That's why another reason I called him White Chocolate. He was so sweet and very diplomatic. Never got upset, man. If Scott got upset, you know things were going really very, very wrong. And I remember we went to Kosovo. We were in the Republic of Kosovo. It was not the Republic then. This was 2007. We did the Pristina Jazz Festival, the one and only time on the road that I ever had any physical ailment. Well, don't you know, I got the worst both of my eyes, I don't know what happened, some horrible pain. At 4 a.m, I'm shrieking in agony. It could have been because we traveled for like 36 hours. All that air in the plane. Then I put the contact lenses on. And then the venue, this huge hall, and it was jam-packed, and everybody had a cigarette. So you couldn't see into the front row. That's so we are not talking, New York City with our mayor who banned smoking. This is in the Republic of Kosovo, where cigarettes are a welcome addition to nightlife. And so I have a feeling that added to my eye problems. Anyway, on that tour, I was really in a bad way. I did the concert and got home 4 a.m. I was calling the guys at 4 a.m. So T, since he was the only father in the band, we called him and said, T, what are we going to do? Because he's used to taking care of kids, I guess. But thank goodness I had a wonderful minder. Whenever you go to another country, the promoter sort of provides you with a person from that country who also speaks English. This was such a wonderful guy, and he's at 6 a.m. came to my hotel room, took me to a clinic. And let me tell you something, gang. I've been to clinics here in New York City, okay? Let me say that I have to give this clinic in the Republic of Kosovo 100%, an A+. They fixed me right up, put drops in my eyes, gave me some kind of drug where I'm sure you could have amputated my foot. I wouldn't have noticed. They don't make those drugs here in America. But anyway, it solved the problem. And then from there, we went to Prague. So I'm just telling you some road stories about the band that you're hearing. And also about Scott Thornton, why we called him White Chocolate, because he, again, is sort of the ambassador and the calm one. Then we had Dave Double D Dawson, who could fall asleep anywhere in the world, on anything in the world. You know what I mean? I don't care if you put him on top of the luggage rack. He's asleep until the gig. And that was something that I always really resented because I have terrible insomnia. And then Mr. James T. Tilson, affectionately known as T, and then myself, Ginettas Vendetta. So I'm just telling you about a tour we took. We got into Prague. I could barely see. And I remember sightseeing. And of course, every time we sightsee, it's like in the middle of the night. And I remember holding Dave's hand because we were walking near the Charles Bridge, which is a gorgeous romantic bridge. And I remember holding the guy's hands because I had to keep my eyes closed for minutes at a time. Really amazing. Anyway, I keep forgetting to announce the phone number, 212-631-7553, because I got caught up in a story about us going to the Republic of Kosovo and headlining at the Pristina Jazz Festival, which we nailed it, of course, and give thanks. We were supposed to do a show in Peja, which is further north in the beautiful Republic of Kosovo, but as I said, I was having a couple of ailments with my eyes, so anyway, got home safe and sound, beautiful Prague, and now back in New York once again. And I forgot to tell you, I am off to Mexico in a couple of, I guess a week and a half, to play some shows. First in Guadalajara, then in Ajijic, which is a beautiful lakeside town on Lake Chapala, and then I'm going across the country to San Miguel Allende, which is a beautiful, colonial, ancient, beautiful city up in the mountains. And I'll tell you, it's like 20 degrees colder up there. But anyway, again, you're listening to Ginettas Vendetta Presents on cityworldradio.com, 212-631-7553. I often say before the show, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, and then I get caught up in stuff. So anyway, I also want to say thank you to Tom, because he showed me a clip of President Obama today, who invited a 106-year-old woman to the White House. It was such a beautiful clip, and I thought, look at this beautiful woman. She's 106. She was invited to the White House in honor of being Black History Month, and she was so cute. She was about 4'2", and she was kind of dancing around with President Obama and Michelle, and looking at him and saying, "You're like me." It was so sweet, and I got really inspired by it. I said, Tom, thanks a million. That's exactly why I was inspired to finally realize it's Black History Month, because I saw that wonderful clip of President Obama and the 106-year-old woman, and she sort of reminded me of me, maybe in 50 or 55 years. She was about 4'2", also dancing around. And I thought, can you imagine the changes this woman has seen in 106 years? When she looked up at President Obama and said, "You're just like me," it was so, honest to God, I got tears in my eyes. And then Michelle, who I love, talk about a powerful woman, Michelle Obama, girl, she said, "Yeah, and just like me." And it was really just beautiful, man. And I thought, doggone it, man. I was inspired. And I have Tom, thank you for showing me that clip, because often I miss a lot of things because I'm not as computer savvy as I should be. Anyway, as we give props to major Black women in America, let's mention Michelle Obama. And also, we're doing another tune, as I was talking about women who have paved the way and who were the bulletproof Teflon divas. We're going to play something inspired by Billie Holiday, one of her classic signature tunes. Now, this is on my record Standards, and this is a classic entitled Lover Man, a beautiful tune made famous by Billie Holiday. Yeah, thank you.
You know you have a lot of time, that's why I thought you were going to talk out.
Yeah.
But this is your last tune.
Yeah, my last tune, then I'll talk it back in.
Okay, well, you don't want to play anything?
No, we're fine, that's fine.
Okay.
No, this is great. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. You're listening. Oh, let me turn this up for you. Now you're listening to me again, but that's from this CD, Standards. There you go, y'all. I'm going to show you where you can get these CDs, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. There you go, y'all. Here's where you can get any of the CDs, find out where I am on tour, and when the show is going to air.
That the thrill of romance can be like a heavenly dream. I go to bed with a prayer that you'll make love to me. Strange as it seems, and you'll dry all my tears and whisper sweet little things in my ears.
Just answer and tell them to bring them up.
Hello?
Hey, Ginetta, it's Antoinette.
Oh, hi, Antoinette. We're in the middle of a song, so I can't really put you on the air.
I know you are, sweetie. I didn't want to call during another. It's a great show tonight. I love your stories and your caller who called, and just the way you're, talking about the women and that Kosovo story too, Ginetta. It's terrific. There's a lot of energy tonight.
I'm so glad, Antoinette. It's a full moon. Are you sure you don't want to wait a few minutes and say hi to all my 6 fans? How long is this song? Wait, hold on. How much more time? We can just wait.
1 minute, yeah.
Oh, we just got 1 minute, Antoinette. You got to stay on the line because it's so nice to hear from you. You know what it is, Antoinette? It's a full moon. It's a beautiful...
Oh, is that what?
Yes.
I know. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's been so spectacular. It feels like it's been full for actually days now. All of a sudden, it just got full.
I know. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's like spring. It's like the strangest weather. I'm having such a great time. And then I'm leaving for Mexico in like 10 days.
I know. I hear that. So I didn't realize you got something, a gig at San Miguel.
Oh, yes, that just
great.
was booked yesterday. So I was a little nervous because Pop said, I couldn't stay at the house. So then I thank goodness this came through. So I'm going to stay over there for a few days.
Very nice, sweetie. Good job.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Yeah, I hope so, baby. And then let's see what happens, man. But no, I think we should fade this anyway. I'm bringing Antoinette up. What do you think?
So too.
Yeah, we're gonna fade this out, Antoinette, because it's almost time for me to say goodnight anyway. If you don't want to talk, that's okay. You don't. No, not yet. Let's just leave it. Forget it. No, you don't have to talk, baby. I'm so glad that you we're almost done with this song. So if you're
okay. So do you want me to stay on? Or
I would love for you to stay on just for a minute or two and say hi, because Michael's listening too. Here we go.
Who's there?
Yeah, he's listening. Hold on. Oh, that's beautiful. Thanks, Antoinette. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Yeah. Oh, that's a beautiful song. Hey, we have another caller on the line. We have a caller from all the way from Massachusetts. Antoinette on the line. Thank you for calling.
Oh, you're welcome, Ginetta. As I said, it's a terrific program. There's a lot of energy and such great stories that you're just conjuring up tonight. I really love that story of Kosovo.
Oh, about me being led around blind. I was blind as a bat, Antoinette.
And your partners, your band members, it's just a really wonderful tribute to them, and incredible adventure.
Incredible adventures, Antoinette, and you're absolutely right. I want to get back to that, and I keep, I remember the Blues Brothers. I've been doing a lot of jazz lately, and I've been telling everyone I'm getting the band back together.
Hey, before I forget, let me ask you something. On that step back, is that you in the back? Your trumpet is what's playing.
That's correct. Those are me popping those high C's. Those are.
Your trumpet
Thank
is
you.
great in that, Jeanette.
Thank you. That's my arrangement. All the horn lines in the back. We had to do it, in different takes. I had to do a whole bunch of different takes, and then that's me and all the guys singing the background. Mm-hmm.
Well, it was terrific. Really, really exciting.
Oh, thank you, Antoinette. And you can always pick all these CDs up at cdbaby.com/Ginetta's Little Big Horn. You can get all my CDs, or just download that one tune so you can put it onto your devices, and then you don't have an old bulky CD to flip around the house, or use as a coaster. But I want to thank you so much for calling, Antoinette. It's really wonderful to hear from you.
Congratulations. It's a terrific program.
Oh, I forgot to introduce Antoinette to all our callers. She is a well-known artist out of Massachusetts. So she's listening and also making art. So she is also one of those female-empowered women, bulletproof divas, honey. That's right, honey.
I love that.
Thanks.
Bulletproof diva.
Yeah. Thanks, Antoinette. Nighty-night. Love you. Bye. So sweet. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It's almost time to wrap up Ginetta's Vendetta Presents, which is what you're listening to every Monday night. Guess what? We have another 5-Monday month coming up. Believe it or not, we had February with 5 Mondays in it. Why? Because next Monday is leap year. If you think today is high energy, next Monday is leap year. I already said that. But anyway, I'm having a ball. People are calling in. It's a beautiful full moon. I'm listening to all these tunes that I wrote, and I'm getting inspired to write some more and also to get the band back together, Ginetta's Vendetta, because for the past few years, I did a bunch of jazz CDs, very well received, but other people's music. And now I think it's time to get back to Ginetta's Vendetta, and that is our next going to be our next fifth CD that I'm going to start working on now when I get back from my mini tour in northern Mexico, a beautiful country, by the way. And let me just say something about Mexico. I just wanted to say, I don't listen to a lot of things on the radio. I know there's some politics going on, but there was a beautiful a couple of words that the Pope said, which put everything in such a beautiful perspective. It was so beautifully said. I said to myself, it's like a haiku. The guy said, we should be building bridges, not walls. I was like, dude, talk about a Zen master. I thought that guy said it in just 7 words. We should be building bridges, not walls. 7 words, y'all. We should be building bridges, not walls. That's how I feel, y'all. Okay, Ginetta M here, pocket trumpeter, philosopher, musician, band leader, bulletproof diva. That's right, honey. That's our next CD. And I want to give a shout out to all you bulletproof divas in the house. All you females, you stick to it. And also to all the men listening, we love you too. And there is an equal happiness. Male, female energy. Ginetta M. We are going to sign off very soon with a last tune, Stolen Moments. This is a beautiful, moody song off of my standard CD. I want you all to go when this show is over and look at the moon. Thank you so very much, man. We love you, everybody. We're going to listen and go out with Stolen Moments. Ginetta M. with Ginetta's Vendetta. Hi, Joe. I can't believe you're on. Oh my God, I love you. Hi. When am I coming down there? Hey, I'm just saying hi to Cheryl Thompson in the Cayman Islands. Love you, baby girl. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, everybody, you're now listening to Ginetta M. This is a gorgeous tune called Stolen Moments. If you need to find any of my 4 CDs, I'm going to show you how. Thank you so much for joining us here at cityworldradio.com. To get more of Ginetta's Vendetta, go to GinettaVendetta.com. Spread the love, baby. Spread the love. Share, swipe left, share, follow, and also just spread good news, y'all. Okay? Just good news. We want to say goodnight, everyone. We love you, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at cityworldradio.com. Beautiful. Love you, baby girl. Yay! I'm so excited for you. Yay! You gotta periscope the Caymans, guys. I'm gonna hang up and then I want to follow you. I love you, baby girl. Full moon. Woo!